I've heard that standalone systems are really high efficiency, but I don't really like them. The reason being because a standalone system pass can run away from home. If Moscow were to ever run away from home on me, I wouldn't know what to do with myself, so in that sense I'm relieved that Moscow is an older model of pass. If standalone systems are a thing, then I guess you could call Moscow a homebody system. Yes, always stay at home, Moscow. That said, having fast transmission speeds must feel better overall. I think Yoshinaga-san gave Moscow some advice in the past. But whatever the reason, Moscow has been putting her memory and data that she normally doesn't use into various cloud storage per usage in order to increase her own speed. But even so, it seems there's a limit to that. The police are probably taking down Moscow's account and having a nice long talk about the mystery New Year's gift could right about now. I wonder if Moscow is gonna come back soon. Wonder as I might, Moscow ultimately doesn't make it home by the end of the day. January 4th, 2236 AD. Nor by the next day. Did they kidnap my wife? January 5th, 2236 AD. Moscow's main body being in my hands is a sheer matter of fact. I know this inside of my head, but it's still making me worry. Why isn't she coming back? I never thought that being unable to see Moscow's face for a single day would be so tough. In the past, I would have found it unbelievable. This is the worst start of the year. Stare as time ticks away, unable to concentrate on my studying. And as I space out and look up at my ceiling, that's when it happens. My Smart Tools display suddenly lights up. Moscow, what happened? Why do you have a bandage on you? What did you do? Moscow? What's wrong? Are you okay?
Hospital.
Hospital? Okay, I'll bring you to one right away. I open my Smart Tool and I manually send her to the hospital. Even doing something as simple as that is a Herculean effort without Moscow's assistance. As for what exactly happened to her, apparently, Moscow's data stored in the Smart Tool got jumbled all around. So much for that, it caused Moscow to cease functioning normally. After having the doctor fix that problem, Moscow is currently in sleep mode, organizing and repairing her data.
Oh!
Moscow, are you alright?
Yes, I can't have restored.
My goodness, I'm so worried.
My apologies.
So, what happened?
Alright, that's right, so listen to this. I talked to the police about the New Year's gift incident. When I did, they looked at me rather, I don't know, dismissively, telling me, anyway, write down your address and model number. So as soon as I wrote down S108, the police suddenly had a different look in their eyes, and started to actually elaborate.
Truth is, there's a standalone system pass turned virus that might be trying to steal your data. S108 Moscow-sama. You are familiar with there being pass collectors in the world, correct? I won't disclose her name, but temporary name. A-san is one of those people, and she has been feverishly collecting the first models, those of the S1 series. That same girl surrendered herself about a week or so ago. She said I might have accidentally created a virus. As I'm sure you yourself are well aware, the S1 series is a series of 8 passes in total. She said that she was successful in collecting 7 out of those 8. However, she was never able to obtain S108 despite her best efforts, so A-san decided to make a copy of S108 herself. You see, as of recently, it's possible to create a pass program on one's own so long as you have a certain level of expertise. She used a standalone system pass as her base, collected info on one S108 in World Wide Web space, copied it, and created a pass that would incorporate all of that into its own features. She planned that by doing so, that pass would gradually get closer to S108. However, A-san's plan didn't proceed how she intended. Moscow-sama, I'm sure that you are aware that you are not a standalone system. In other words, there is barely any data of you left out in the World Wide Web space. Gathering enough information on S108 via normal methods proved to be impossible. Nevertheless, A-san wanted to create a copy of one of S108 by any means, which ultimately led her to break the law. There is a set of rules called the 3 laws of robotics that are applied whenever one designs an AI. First law: a robot may not injure a human being or, through inaction, allow a human being to come to harm. Second law: a robot must obey the orders given it by a human being except where such orders would conflict with the first law. Third law: a robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law. A-san programmed with much heavier emphasis on the second law than the first. She thought that this method would allow her to obtain even more info than ever before. And her data collection efficiency actually did skyrocket as a result. However, this programming with heavier emphasis on law 2 than 1 is undeniably illegal. As a result of all this, she ended up giving birth to an illegal pass, whose sole purpose was to carry out its orders collecting data on S108 by any means necessary. The illegal pass A-san created gradually started to escalate, even going as far as hacking to lock personal cloud storages to collect data. And according to reports, when the pass finally stopped even coming back to her and got to a point beyond her control, A-san surrendered herself.
Then in the middle of going through some messy red tape with the officers, my transmission was impaired, and then the next thing I knew, my system was down.
This is so hard to believe all at once. I always knew that S1 series was rare nowadays, but I honestly had never thought that they were rare enough to have people targeting them. And then, do you mean?
I've already had 21% of my total data stolen.
No way.
My apologies.
There's nothing for you to apologize over. It actually makes me question the cops. Are they even doing their jobs? Calvert turned themselves in a week ago, right? We need to hurry up and catch them.
Well, it is New Year's break.
Ah, this sucks. It's clear that the illegal pass is behind stealing Mosco's data and breaking her. That pass. It's most likely going to show up again sooner or later.
Yes, it seems likely.
Just as I start thinking of plans to deal with that pass, next time it shows up, it happens. A certain issue hits me. By the way, didn't you say that you were the only one to enter and exit your smart tool?
Oh,
The illegal pass is copying your data, right? That means... basically, it's already even copying the smart tool's password and Moscow's identification code.
it's terrible.
We need to deal with the frisks fast before they do irreversible damage. Is there anything we can do to bring them down next time they show up, I wonder?
Yes, but I wish we knew when they will show back up again. This is one nasty illegal pass, isn't it?
You can say that again. The person who made it too. Huh? Wait, that's right. The illegal pass that ended up being made isn't the one wrong here, right? That illegal pass was created for the sole purpose of following its user's orders and has been terrorizing Moscow. But is that really the pass's intentions? Can I really call that an act of malice?
Huh?
That illegal pass is the same as Moscow, isn't it? Working diligently for their user like Moscow, even going so far as to commit crimes for them.
Yotsuba?
Yoshinaga, what are you doing here? Are you illegal pass? Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. By the way, Moscow. The day before yesterday, Yoshinaga-san dropped. Before I can finish the word by, I realize.
It's you, isn't it?
Moscow-chan.
Yay, we managed to find them right away. Commencing deletion.
It all happens in the matter of an instant, so I'm not able to comprehend what's unfolding before me.
Take that.
Stop! Oh, I've never seen Yoshinaga with such emotion.
And that.
Stop!
Now I suppose I'll start by deleting all these language codes. These two. And there.
Oh, that's kinda creepy.
Wow, it really does have the same schematics.
That's creepy. The music's creepy. Your doppelganger's creepy, Moscow.
Delete this too.
Moscow? What are you doing?
This is it. This is the legal pass we were just talking about. I'm so glad we were able to find it right away.
That's not what I meant. They're pleading with you to stop.
Eh?
Migu, is that you?
I think they're just abiding by the third law of the three laws of robotics. There isn't any specific meaning behind it. Wow, they copy quite a lot. It even has your personal information, Yotsuba.
Are you serious?
And a half. And a half.
Oh my god.
Hold on, that should be everything deleted.
I see. That's a relief. Afterward, we file a report with the police, get an apology from Asan, and the whole situation reaches a conclusion. I then hear Moscow's full account on what happened, and it all pretty much makes sense. Apparently, this is the deal with the mystery New Year's gift incident. The illegal pass probably found Moscow participating in her lottery on December 31st. Then it turned into a 3,000 coin point card and infiltrated her see-through green smart tool along with Moscow. That's probably when they stole all the passwords and identification codes. However, the illegal pass wasn't able to hide its entire body with a mere 3,000 coins worth of data capacity. That's why after it acquired its infiltration route, it secured enough memory for 300 million coins and slowly made its way in. Then as soon as it finished making it through, it had no more need for the 300 million coins. Moscow went to go file a damage report. And in that window it made a copy and messed up her data. Jeez, what a hell of a gift to bring in a new year. And it's why I took on the appearance of Yoshinagi-san. She said it was probably because they found it as relevant information when collecting information about Moscow itself. Since Yoshinagi-san was a standalone system pass, it probably stole the information from some random cloud storage. By disguising itself as Yoshinagi-san, it was probably trying to deceive me more so than Moscow. And that's pretty much it. Well, it definitely matched the hoodwink me, but I'm curious. But say, did none of that make you feel a single thing?
None of what?
I mean, the friend you got along with so well in the past was standing right there, wasn't she?
I'm sorry, I'm not sure I understand.
Huh? It was Yoshinagi-san, wasn't it? Appearance-wise, at least.
Should I explain?
Huh? Oh sure. I got a bad feeling about this. Hi, Moscow. You look kinda scary here.
I'm not able to see anything. So of course, I also wasn't able to see that it looked like Yoshinagi-san. All I could see was a mass of vectors, or rather lines of pure data, if that makes it clearer. After all, it's just a regular virus to me.
Huh. But didn't you give your impressions and clothes and stuff?
That was also fake.
Huh.
Humans such as yourself recognize our schematics and garments, Yotsuba. That's why we speak like that, so that humans can enjoy dressing us up.
What?
Oh, but I can recognize your facial reactions. And I have emotions toward that, but special clothes or items I find cute. Well, the word emotion is something of an anthropomorphism, but still. I am programmed to accept the reward of delight towards specific patterns. Cute is also a form of that same reward. So you see, basically, you could say that I see things totally different from you, Yotsuba.
Even words?
Words? Yes, perhaps so.
I think they're just abiding by the third law of the three laws of robotics. There isn't any specific meaning behind it. Back then, as I heard Moscow saying that, I could feel something like desperation coming from its voice. But that past wasn't saying stop because I wanted her to stop. It was because I was programmed to say stop if it felt its well-being was in danger. And that's it. I almost ended up taking its side. I'm sure that I knew better at first. But I slipped into feeling empathy. Yay! This furious makes me so happy. None of them construct real sentences of their own. They're nothing but logical formulas. And as I look at Moscow, I get the feeling that she has intelligence and consciousness similar to us humans. I see. It's just an AI. Maybe even humans. As if for whether or not they really have a meaning behind their words. I'm not sure about that either. What can we see? We'll never see true intent. Never. In the 21st century, the human heart has been quantized through the discovery of telepathy. Artificial intelligence is crafted bearing close resemblance to that. What they see differs. Maybe the same goes for me. And for him and her as well. (2236 AD) begins.